Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Adina, aka Mistress _ Glam Fairy, and I'm here today with this look. These are probably the biggest lashes I've ever put on, and this look is part of a collaboration for a fall look, and I'm going to post the collab sisters' names all over here somewhere, and it's a fall look, and I hope that everyone enjoys the get ready with me, because not only did I do my makeup, but I also styled this knot on top of my head. So I showed you how I did that. It's kind of, it looks elaborate, but it really isn't. It's really simple to do. So hopefully you like it. If you hear some little whining going on, I have my daughter's doggy in the room. She was scratching at the door to get in, and now she wants to get out. She's going to wait until I record this part. So if you want to see how I achieved this look, please stay tuned. So I started off with nothing on my face, and I started applying my lip plumper, and then I go into my Promessa serum, which I am really loving for my under eyes. Next, I moisturized with some MAC Prep and Prime, and then I applied my primer, which is the Nivea Skin Stuff for Men. And then I'll go in with the Pro Conceal, which I learned my lesson, and I apply it to the back of my hand first because it squirted out a whole lot of water one time, and I'm never going to make that mistake again. Now I'm going to apply this chubby stick from Flower Beauty just to warm up my face a little, and then I'll go in with my CoverGirl foundation and a stippling slash buffing brush. And you see I apply it mostly to the middle first, and then I buff and I stipple and pounce and do a combination of application techniques. Now I'm going to do my brows with my favorite brow duo from the Dollar Tree, and then a double-ended Echo Tools brush. So now I'm going to just highlight under my eyes and do a little concealing, correct my eyebrows. Get them all fleeky. And then I'm going to buff out the highlights. Use a little MAC Fix Plus to moisten the brush. And then make any corrections to my brows that may have been wiped away with the brushing. So now going in with my Nika K Duo to add some dimension to my face. And I love this little brush I got from one of those Walgreens sets, one of the Evil Queens. I'm going to carve out some cheekbones, and now I'm going to define my nose. I had to turn my fan on. I was working in the lights. It was getting hot in there. So just contour my nose. And now I'm going to start with the Coastal Scents 26 blush and eyeshadow palette. And I'll go in with that burgundy blush color just to give me some warmth. I'm going for a kind of halo look. Now I'll go into a Beauty Treats palette and use that brown color to define my outer edges and to give my crease a little definition, since I hardly have any crease. Now I use a smaller fluffy brush, smaller than the one I used to apply that burgundy blush color. And then soften the edges out a little bit. Go back in the Beauty Treats and grab that burgundy color. It's a really nice cranberry color. I really love it. It's a nice bald look. And then I use this Morphe fluffy brush to soften out the edges. So now I'm going in with this NYX white base with pearl. And I'm going to use that for my spotlight base. And then I'm going to use Bella Rouge from Milani to be my first color for my spotlight. And then I'm going to go into Bella Rose, also by Milani, and I'm going to use the other side of this eyeshadow brush. And then I'll use my little homemade color change to clean the brush off, and then go back in and soften the edges. So I'm going back into the blush and eyeshadow palette to add a little bit of color to my bottom lash line, and then I'm using another color along with the fluffy brush to soften the edges. And this is the Liquid Genius by Ruby Kisses that I'm lining my eyes with. Get that wing going. And then I'll add the Voluminous Miss Mango for my mascara. Okay, let's get to these lashes. Look at this last action. This is some action for you. Cherry Blossom has some really great lashes in my opinion. And this is the glue I used. Okay, so I'm going into the strobing and bronze. Well, that's a strobing kit. And when I first started putting this color on, I noticed it was a little too cool, so I went back in with a little more bronze color to warm it up a little bit. Make that transition for a fall look. Now my daughter decides she wants to talk to me while I'm applying my blush again from Beauty Treats. I use the same brush that I used to apply the highlight. And then I'm just softening all the edges. And I tear a piece of tissue so that I can block my lips before I apply my lipstick. So I'm using Mauve by Jordana. And then I'll go into Fiesta, also by Jordana. And then I'm going to line my lips with this Jordana lip liner. I think it was Cabernet. I'm not certain. I don't have it with me. Okay, so now let's get to this hair. This was really something I wanted to show that it's real easy. I used the edge tamer and a little grungy toothbrush to smooth my edges down and make them nice and neat. And then what I do is I take the braids and I twist them because they've grown out and I'm not ready to re-braid them, but I really need to do it by the end of this week because I don't want them to lock up. And usually I stand up to do the ponytail so I can flip it over and stand with my head upside down, but I wouldn't be able to be in the camera to do that, so it took a little doing to get this hair like this. So then I take each one of the braids and I pull them up to make certain that they're all into the ponytail real good, and I grab 2 braids on both sides and wrap them around the ponytail holder to disguise it. And then I pin those down to the braids just to hold them in place. Then I start making my 3 braids. I separate my hair into 3 sections and I braid them and clamp them. And then after I finish braiding them, I take the middle braid and kind of wrap it around and up under the other braids. And I leave a couple of the braids loose so that I can kind of twist them around. And then I pin it in place. And then I do the same thing for the second braid and then for the third as well. So it makes a nice little complicated looking knot on the top of my head. And then if there's any straggler braids, I take those and get them in place. Now I apply my earrings and Max Fix Plus, and that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed this. Be beautiful and good.